Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I am your host, Johnny, and here we are working on Soundwave again. Didn't have the instructions, I need to put them over here. I was working on some other stuff for coming up this weekend. Been busy, and unfortunately I lost my chat over here. Like, I have a little chat, a window that does the chat, and I lost it because I clicked on something and it was like, here, sign in, and I signed in. Now it's at my complete YouTube channel, and it's like, I don't know how to go back to the chat thing. So I'll have to disconnect and reconnect that later. So we are on, Pixie, you bum. She's like, what? She barges her way in here. So we are on bag number 7. We have some stickers still left. And so far the stickers have been pretty cool. They've been nicely applied with the hat, the sticker hat, and so I've been liking the build so far. Everything about the build is awesome. I mean, like, the eject works. Soundwave works, which is great. Both Laserbeak and Ravage look awesome, and they even have the little mini version of Soundwave as the tape player whenever he transforms and he goes hide somewhere, and he always shrinks. So we have the continuing from last week, which is at 1 hour 38 minutes. Hey Ben, how you doing? Good to see you. We got some things to talk about, so we're gonna get started. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna continue where we left off. I'm gonna get bag 7. That's 8. There's 7. Put 8 over here. And we are going to be continuing on with our build of Soundwave. And lots to talk about, especially a certain rumored potential high plate, but we'll get to that. A couple of things I do want to say that sound really cool as far as Lego goes. We have a new Winter Village set rumored to be coming out, I think, in October. That is supposed to be a Winter Village train, which would be really cool. I didn't get the first one, and it is expensive now. Let me know how the sound is in it for everything, both background music and, other stuff otherwise. But I think I balanced it out the way I wanted to while I was waiting for everything to go. Sound is great. Good. Thanks. Perfect. All right. Where am I at? I am right here. Okay. So that's an unusual piece. I haven't seen one of these before. A 6 snot, which is interesting. So that is cool. Anyway, so we got the Winter Village train, which they did one 10 years ago, was the last time they had a Winter Village train. So it'll be cool to have another one, for one thing. Oops, that Technic piece is stuck in there. There's also a new Big Fig coming out, like my Big Fig over here, my cameraman and everything. And the Harry Potter ones, and the Pirate, and... Oops, lost that. The Pirate and Hermione and Harry, and that is going to be Santa Claus, which is really kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. If you hear any pounding noises, I apologize. My roof is getting replaced. They've been here since yesterday. Not that they worked through the night, but you may hear some pounding in the background. Brought those out with Speed Champs last year. This year. Wait, brought what out with Speed Champs? Oh, these. Oh, okay, gotcha, okay. Cool. Yeah, I hadn't seen them. I'm not a big... I like the Speed Champions line. It's just, I save for other stuff, but there are some cars that I've looked at, and I'm like, if I was to get into that, that would be the next, that would be kind of the next thing I would get into. So, yeah, that's really cool, and I can see how, because the Speed Champions, I think a lot of them are like 6 wide, aren't they? I think that is the case. Not 100% sure, but I think that is the case. So, before I get too far ahead of myself, what did everybody have for dinner? I had hot honey chicken tenders or chicken bites. and corn. Corn. I like corn. And I like this blue color. I'm glad that they stuck with it after they did Optimus. They kept this blue, and it is fantastic. Making pizza. Pizza is fantastic. Pizza is always a good choice. Unless you're not good at making pizza, then it's a bad choice, I guess. Good pizza. Anything on it, or is it just plain? Yeah, you never eat yet. However that saying goes, jeet yet. You never eat yet whenever my streams start, because you're always waiting for Beth, which is nice, of course. I'm sure she appreciates that. Yeah. Death Star in Audi is 1,300 to 70 per me. Some great parts there. So, since Dusty mentioned it, let us talk about it. Johnny discusses. So I have this picture here that I think summarizes very well. I mean, like, this is the picture of the Death Star. So here you go. Wait, no, that's not the Death Star. Sorry. Although it does look a lot like this. That was something I posted on Instagram yesterday, and it actually got a lot of likes and views, and people think it's hilarious. And it is, because it looks so much like that. I know Ben saw it, and he was like, I'm going to steal that. I am so... not really disappointed, because first of all, being $1,000 set in the first place, like I wasn't going to get it anyway. That's definitely out of my price range. I already knew I wasn't going to get it, but at the same time, I was hopeful that being the very first $1,000 set, and we're not talking inflation and all that junk. People are trying to be like, well, you know, the $800 sets are already, you know, they're worth whatever, and it's like, you know what? Don't go there. We're not. That's not how it works. It's a bad looking set overall, I think. And I think for their first set that was going to be that expensive, they could have done so much better. Because all it is right now, just looking at it, all it is a bunch of dioramas put together. And a couple of them they already have. I think it's ridiculous. Yes, I mean, at the very least, half of a sphere. Totally fine. And some people are talking about, like, make it a little bit smaller, but have it so it, like, opens up. That would be awesome. Like, think about, like, the Batman shadow box. That would be cool to have both halves, and they open up, and then you have your dioramas in there and stuff like that. But, like, ugh. This was not, I'm sorry, Lego, this was not the way to go. It really, really, really was not. Oh, and before I forget, Dusty, I'm going to need to get your contact info so I can send you your set that you won. Oh, we got to do our next piece. What do we got here? Oh, look at that. So this is the one that says record and battery. So, oh, wait. They want that upside down. Do that. We will put it upside down. Anyway, I'm going to need your info. We'll talk afterwards, or you can email me. My email is argonvesher@yahoo.com. So it's not JonnyBuildz. I mean, like, I do have a JonnyBuildz Yahoo. I just hardly use it, so you could email me there too. And I got a little bit of a surprise for you. I won't tell you what it is, but whenever you receive it, I think you'll be tickled about it. So I want it to be a Death Star. Like it's round, but if you look at the side of it, it's like a piece of, or it's like a pie. It's just, if you're going to make a Death Star, it needs to have the characteristics of the Death Star. Ooh, this will be cool. Then And the sad part is, I'm sure it was focus grouped, and this is the one that made it through. Yes, it absolutely is the one that made it through, and I guarantee you, it was not typical Star Wars fans. Like, it was people that like Star Wars or people that like Lego. It was not both. Oh, that went on so nicely. So good, and I did the wrong one. Oops, that's all right. I'll need it later. So, shoot. Well, I'll have to take out bag 8 then, because I covered over the piece I'm going to use, so I'll just get the one from bag 8. Oops. Not looking directly at the thing. It is supposed to be a moon. That is no moon, as I have also said. That's no moon. That's a piece of crap. And it is. Oh, I may have a problem. I may not have another. That went on so nicely, too. Uh-oh. That's not it. It goes on a different piece. I messed that up. Alright, so... Alright, let me, I'm gonna have to try to take this off and be nice about it. It is not a moon. It is a slice of cheese, of a cheese wheel. Or it is a cheese wheel, actually. Just a gray one. Let's see if I can get this off decently. That went on so brilliantly. Got it. And yeah, the whole thing. Again, I don't think those focus groups. I don't think they whatever, you know, whoever said it was a good idea. Those people do not understand Lego fans that are Star Wars fans, or vice versa, Star Wars fans that are Lego fans. You know what I mean, Vern? Why does that look like the wrong color gray? When they put the sticker on, even though it's clear around here, it makes the color goes dark gray, and it looks kind of funny. So, let's see. Let's see what the comments are. Well, that's very possible. Very possible. This is the right. So, we're going to take that. I don't remember Soundwave, but then again, I never had Soundwave. I don't remember Soundwave having a L and R on himself. Nope, that was not close enough to the edge there. Would you display the back instead if it was half a sphere? I would find a way to display both. Like the whole point of the Death Star, and I would probably put it on a. I would probably put it on a rotating thing, like I do like Barrider or Hogwarts. I would put it on a halfer thing that would spin around, so you could see all sides of it. Because even though the Death Star, like initially, whenever you see it, it's just a sphere. There's something about it that, you know, oozes uniqueness with all the greebling and stuff that could be done on it. So, you know, I would find a way to display both. And I've been using those things, those rotating things for some of my other sets, and it works fantastic. People like it. They like seeing the interior as well as the exterior. And that would be the way to do it. If it opened all the way, it still would be the same thing. Like if it was a full sphere and you could open it, and I guarantee you people are going to start doing that now. They've seen this, and they're going to be like, oh, you know, we can do better. And I guarantee you that's going to be the case. So it's rather disappointing to see that. Because, again, for their first $1,000, I mean, like, for the first $1,000 set, it needed to be something epic. That is not epic, especially since they already have, well, they already have the throne room. That's already been a diorama. I mean, the mini, I know you couldn't do anything different. The mini Imperial shuttle, not much you could do. It has to fit into the size. But, like, I'm pretty sure I mean, and they also did the trash compactor, obviously a little bit bigger and could move and everything. The only thing that I think is well, there's two things that I think is cool. And that's the elevator that goes all the way it's right in the middle. It goes all the way from the bottom up to the top. And then, and it looks like all the doors can be opened. That part's going to be manual, but I mean, like, still looks like that, which kind of neat. And then the laser cannon. That is pretty cool. I like how they designed that. But other than that, we've done half of those things. Oh, they have. They've done a micro version of a trench run. They have, absolutely. So they've had the trench gun that's on the back. There's actually, you can't see it, and me pointing is not going to help. But here, I'll do it from this side. So there's right here, you can see it sticking out just a tiny bit. There's a gun emplacement back there that has two Imperial gunners back there. Like you would see in Star Wars a lot. So that so that's there too. And so they've already done that. So, like, not quite half they've already done, which begs the question why they felt they needed to do them again. Less, because the other ones were bigger, you know? The throne room was definitely bigger than this. Cool that they redid it, but still, why? They would have done better had they done this as a collection like Harry Potter's doing. I was talking about this in my Discord, my Lug Discord with somebody, and they said Harry Potter is currently doing that sort of thing where you buy all the different components of the castle and the grounds and stuff, and you kind of put them together. It's not exact, it's not perfect, but it does work. And I'm like, well, why didn't they just do that? That people, I think, would go for. So I mean, Leia's in there, so I mean, like, you can do that. You can recreate that all you want, Dusty. Death Star is something in between, like, the first... Yes, absolutely. That and that's kind of what I think everyone was looking for. Something like... Here, I'll use this camera. A little easier. Something like that, like for the outside, where especially, well, I have it turned right now, but on the other side is where it's all taken apart, not taken apart, but still being worked on. There we go, you can see that better now. So like that, where it's all kind of being worked on, and then playset. That's what I think most people were expecting and looking for. And obviously we're not getting that. We being, you know, everyone that's going to buy it, which will not be me, because I don't want it. Wasn't that on Hoth? Wasn't what on Hoth? The Death Star? Ooh, we got to make sure we do this correctly. So, right, like that. Oh, and it goes this. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So we're going to make sure it goes through. Goes into there properly. There we go. Interesting. That's an interesting way that it goes together. Did you have trouble with that at all, Ben? Oh, on Hoth? Yes, they did that on Hoth too. But that was also right before they swung across the trench, which they do have. They have the trench. It's like above. So right here, right above where the shuttle is the thing that Obi-Wan turns off, the thing that keeps the tractor beam working. And then right above that, they have Luke and Leia swinging. So there you go. That's your kissing moment if you really want it. So. Oh, it's more than disappointing. See, it's disappointing prior to the money. It's even more disappointing with the amount of money it costs. So at least that's my opinion. I was hoping for something very epic. This is not that. Not that at all. So, alright. This is interesting how this goes in. So I've got that. This goes here. No. Goes here. Goes into this. Oh. This is where you had issues, huh, Ben? Like you were trying to figure this out or whatever, how it all flops around or whatever. Yeah. There's two kissing scenes. So, okay. So that. Ooh, I like how that closes though. That's neat. So that opens up, and then it closes so that he goes into tape mode. So we're gonna take this, put this into here. There we go. Yeah, it'll all make sense once it's done, but yeah, it kind of goofy here. All right, so bag 8, this is probably why I messed up. Bag 8 is the continuation of the leg, and so it didn't have the right pieces for me to switch the that sticker. Didn't realize that. So we're already on bag 8. Didn't take very long. Cool. All right. So yeah, the Death Star is a disappointment. I mean. And again, like I was saying, this is I cannot unsee this. Friend of mine posted this after I showed him, and it was like, "Hey, Mom, can I have a Death Star?" It's like, you already have a Death Star. Just look on the wall. Or that was my wife. My wife said that, I think. So, yeah, everyone else was expecting a sphere. You say the Death Star. What do you picture? You picture, people were expecting, I think, half a playset, half the built sphere. So. Oh no! This is worse than Chewie. I mean, like I'll say Chewie just to say it is worse than Chewie. So yeah. Yes, exactly. That's what I wanted too, because they do have obviously they have the throne room, which is from Jedi, and the shuttle landing, which is also from Jedi. So they had Jedi elements in there, and they have some stuff from Star Wars as well from the original. So like, it's like why, if you were gonna combine them anyway? Whoops, I gotta do this part first. Why didn't you just do it smartly? and I don't feel bad about saying that either, because like, I mean, you've got obviously you have the pieces, you have the parts, you can do that sort of thing, and you had the opportunity to do something that would be seen as epic, like the Falcon, the UCS Falcon, epic. I can't turn that, so I'll have to just put that on. It's epic. The UCS AT-AT, epic. Both of those, epic. Well worth. I mean, the AT-AT might be a little bit expensive, but it's got a lot of bigger pieces in it. So, like, it's still worth it, I think. This, no. And it costs more. It is not worth it. Not worth it. So, yeah. It might be worse than The Rise of Skywalker. That's pushing it too, but I think they both have their own both have their own ways of being worse. This is a worse build. That was a worse movie. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. That's the big news that leaked. And it's funny too, because I watched MNR's take on it, and he was like, I'm surprisingly liking this. And that made me pause for a second, because I'm like, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Because this is any Star Wars... I mean, like, I understand liking the fact that, hey, if you were expecting a diorama, it makes a great diorama. This is not a UCS set. Now, he had commented too that, like, he was thinking maybe this would be like part of like the Master series, because some of them aren't UCS, they're Master things, which are still more complicated to build, but not like, you know, super duper complicated like a UCS. But that is not what this is. All right, 13. And that one. So, yeah. I am definitely not a fan. Not a fan. So, and I don't think seeing it in person will make it better. Let's remove this abomination from my site. So, we will be done talking about that. It is just, you know, in my opinion, it is bad. This is a weird, interesting thing that we're building here. It'll be fun to see how it all comes together and works. So, I know Ben already has, so it's like interesting to see, like if he ran into any major issues or anything like that. Oh, I know you did. Like you did run into a problem with. I'm not sure what part it was at, but like you were trying to figure out, like, it might have been the legs. You were trying to figure out how it was supposed to function, or like something you were missing. You had a big piece. You had like one of these. I think a 3x2, and somehow you were like, how do I still have this? And you had to figure out where it went. Just buy it 2 times and say, well, sheesh. See, that's the problem. You can't buy it 2 times and get a sphere. You only get a piece of pie. It is flat. It is not a half sphere even. That's what I think has most people upset, is the fact that even if you bought 2, you could not do a complete Death Star because it is flat. That, I think, is the biggest issue overall, is it's not a Death Star. So that's my biggest issue with it. I mean, like, the diorama, like I said, if it was a diorama, like a bunch of scenes, cool. You know, I understand that. But it needs to be the Death Star itself. It needs to be able to have that spherical shape. It needs to, and like I was saying earlier, I think it was before you joined the stream there, Lego Man. I said, if they wanted to do this, it would be really cool if they did it sort of like the Bat Cave, the Bat Shadow Box. I mean, that thing was only like 3,000 pieces. And it was huge, you know? Like, they could have done that. Like, had it open both ways. And people would be ecstatic, I think. Even if the diorama wasn't the best, the diorama parts of it weren't the best. Like, I think people would just blow up over it. They'd be like, holy crap. Yes, thank you. Smash the like. Really appreciate it. But, that's not what they did. And I think, now I don't think you should, like, I saw someone else's, they posted a video where they're like, should you boycott Lego or whatever because of this? And I'm like, no one's saying that, you know? No one is saying boycott Lego. Because that's just silly, you know? Don't buy the set unless you really like it. But my big thing is, I don't want people to be like, oh, this is an awesome set, when it clearly is not. I mean, like, someone may really like it, and that's perfectly fine. I think they are horribly wrong. And if you're a Lego Star Wars fan, you would not be able to look at this and be like, yeah, this is a good UCS set. This is not. I'll move him back out of the way a little bit. So much Technic, but it is necessary. Alright, so I need this so I can turn the ball. So I want it to be straight. There we go. Good. Well, I guess I can do it once I put it on, so we will do that. So let's put it through and turn it. And this goes through the... Oh man, this is definitely complicated. That is very interesting. All right. So, and then buy 4 total. Yeah. 4,000 pieces, or $4,000 later, and someone, who knows, someone may do that. I can see someone doing that, being like, look how many I had to buy in order to make this. Ridiculous, of course, but still, I can see someone doing that. This is interesting that we have both of the ball things here. This whole thing does rotate, though. That's interesting. That is interesting how that's done. All right, let's set this aside a little bit. So, Eiffel Tower costs less, but more pieces. Well, the Eiffel Tower is a unique case simply because it is so big and tall, but the pieces really are small, and there are so many of them that are repeats. Like, that makes sense, you know? From what I've heard from a lot of people, building it sucks. Like, it's really bad to build it. So, but, I mean, overall, you're right. It is more pieces and less, but the Death Star is going to have some of its own unique pieces. But the Eiffel Tower is, everything is repeatable on that thing. So, yeah, it could cost less. But that does bring up a good point of, like, a lot of the sets that Lego does. And Lego does not like price points. And in fact, Dusty, didn't you say they don't have the price or the piece count on the box? Ooh, no. I dropped it. Oh, where'd that blue go? There it is. Because if that is the case, that is Lego's way of being like, hey, you know, don't try to do piece count based on price, which is kind of poopy. So, Eiffel Tower didn't have Disney tax. I mean, there is truth to that. This is more than just Disney tax, though. It really is. Here's the other thing that I heard rumored coming out. Is there is apparently, and this will be for 2026, another X-Wing coming out. Maybe $100. Why? When we already have one. And we also have, and again, $100. We also have Darth Vader's TIE Advanced coming out, which is an interesting one. They haven't done a TIE Advanced for Vader in quite a while, so it's nice that they're looking at doing that. And I saw someone post a picture that said that it was a chrome Vader, which would be interesting. So, well, here's the thing. You say it has great minifigures, but minifigures do not make the set. It has to be both. Get in there. Really interesting how this all folds up and goes into itself and things like that. This is going to be a weird transformation, but it's going to be fun. I mean, minifigures add to a set, but the set has to be able to stand on. Like if I was to not have the figures for Barad-dûr, and I showcased and showed off Barad-dûr itself, it can stand alone. Like, that's, to me at least, you know, that says whether it's a good set or not. Figures can add to it, but it has to be able to, not entirely stand alone, but it has to have a good chance of standing alone without the figures. That's my thinking anyway. I don't know, I think uniquely, I guess. Oh, this is one off. Oops. Move over. Move over, Bacon. There's something leaner. That goes that way. Put this on there. Oh, that goes through. That's so cool. The way this all works is pretty nuts. Battle packs are a good example of minifigs with some part. Well, that's because a battle pack is not really a set. I mean, it is, but it's a battle pack. Everyone knows what you're getting with a battle pack. It is all about the figures. It's not really a set. It's about the figures, and they give you, you know, that's completely opposite of, you know, what we're talking about. Sorry, I keep moving back a little bit whenever I'm trying to build this, because the glare sometimes makes it difficult. That's weird that we put it this way. Like, here, put this little blue piece, but you're not gonna use it for anything. It's just, it was included as the parts. So, absolutely. Whenever I do, if I do, like, hit 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, definitely gonna do something special. But that's not gonna happen for a while. Ben's gonna beat me, I think, to 1,000. I don't know. I keep getting a few, and then they just go away. I don't know what YouTube is doing. So, oh no, whoops, wrong thing. Yeah, battle packs are designed different, so to speak. All right, and that guy, and then a 3. I hate doing these 1x1s, putting them together, because trying to keep them straight is not the easiest. That actually worked pretty well, but I was taking my time. 32 left? What's 32 left? Oh, 32 to get? Oh no, Ben. Yeah, Ben only has 32 left. Yep. Ben's almost there, so support his channel. Pump it up. I mean, if I get there, when I get there, you know, it's cool. I don't do this to make money, obviously, because I would be broke. My wife would have left me by now, so. Alright, ooh. Oh, that's for, that's cool. I like how they stick that out there. They're like, here. We got our little, I didn't put that in. It's supposed to be in there. I missed that part, but I don't see anything going into it. Oh, that's just how it looks on the... Oh, I see. This because it's outlining this. I was like, why? There's something red there, but that's not it. It just looked funny. Botanicals giveaway? You could do that. Ben can do that. Ben can do botanicals. Pumping you up, Ben. Ooh, ooh. This is all gonna go together right like this. And we're gonna do the exact same thing the next 2 bags, I believe. So all of this has to go together. Snap, snap, grin, grin, wink, wink. It's not quite, there we go. It's not quite there. Okay. That's open. And on the Technic Ford Bronco. Oh, cool. How is that build going? Botanicals giveaway is your... That's awesome. I like it. That's why that goes there. Alright, so we did that. Let's take a look here. Like this goes... Oh, I see. This whole thing, oh, that collapses, and then this locks in. Wait, doesn't. Oh, it has to go all the way down. Okay, and then that goes up. So we got those extra pieces. Cool. Not rumble. Or, that works out pretty cool. Interesting. Doesn't 100% line up because of the snot bricking, but it's close. It's kind of interesting, which makes it a little bit precarious. That's the only thing I'm gonna say I've seen that makes this kind of interesting. But other than that, so far it's been great. Let's put the leg on. Ah! Well, he's transforming, so there we go. That's nice and smooth. All right, so we're gonna leave Soundwave. We're gonna leave Soundwave do the splits because, well, we gotta go to the next bag. Bag 9. It's the other side. Layer release departments that people. Oh yeah, absolutely they do. But Lego doesn't want mistakes. Lego wants to be successful. Lego wants people to want their sets. So I think they release things on purpose early when it makes sense to. But in this case, that's not what happened. This was definitely a leak. This is not from Lego. Come back. Where did you go? I have to show you guys something too. Right. Well, yeah. That is a very good point. That Lego now owns Bricklink. So if you want spare pieces, you want to do a rebrickable, you can just go, hey, Bricklink was a great place to go. Oh, you're giving money to Lego again. Funny how that is. I mean, you are giving it to users, but Tree of Ore, how you doing? Actually, somebody mentioned, I'm trying to remember the movie that I saw. It was an old movie. Oh, Superman 2. Superman 2. Lois Lane and Clark Kent are by, I guess it's Niagara Falls. And Lois Lane has the exact Polaroid camera that Lego turned into a set. It is really cool. Yeah, well, they don't own Brick Owl, not yet. So, but yeah, that Polaroid camera, the Depth Star. I take it you're back. You're reviewing all the comments that everyone's already made. Yeah, we did the. I don't know if you saw the pictures of it. The Depth Star, as you call it. That's a good name. But bad. I'll put it back up a little bit later. So. Let's move on to more fun things. So I was talking about the Winter Village stuff that is rumored. I will express that it is rumored, but a lot of the rumors turn out to be true. So they're doing a brick-built Santa Claus, which is cool. And it's definitely something I'll have to get because I actually, and that was one of the things I was going to put up as a poll to say what does everyone want me to build next? Because I just got the Pirate Big Fig at a Brick Fair, and I'm excited to build him. However, there's a little bit of a problem, and that is, Ben, if you're still here, you're going to love hearing this. We got asked by the Pittsburgh International Airport if we could help with some open houses they're having because Pittsburgh is getting ready to open their new terminal. They've been working on it for a few years now, and they want to have some open houses. One in September and open to, that's more of a private thing. And then one in October that is going to be more of a huge public thing. And they're expecting like 10,000 people to come see the new terminal. And they want us to do models like airplanes, technical stuff, mechanical stuff, things like that. And so we already have a thread on the forum, and potentially later on down the road, they have money and essentially project support for doing a bigger project. They are liking the idea of doing a giant, well, I don't know how big, we have to again figure things out for pricing and stuff, but doing a big Lego terminal that they can keep on permanent display there, which would be fantastically fun. Yes, it is on the Lug forum. Go look, because I was thinking of you immediately. I was surprised you hadn't commented on it yet, but like I was going to do a vote thing and say what should we build next, but I need to build my Concorde so that that can be one of the things that we'll show off there. So yeah, go check the Lug forum. Don't leave, just listen in. But yeah, it's a big deal. We're already thinking ideas for, I volunteered the idea of like, because people were trying to figure out like, would it be minifig scale, would it be micro scale, and I floated the idea of we could make the terminal be micro scale. And hey, Lemur Bricks, how you doing? Good to see you. I floated the idea of doing micro scale for the most of the terminal, and then do like how like a lot of times whenever you're doing like a promotional thing, they like do like, you have the overall thing, and then you have a zoom in type thing, and then it like expands to and be like, hey, this is a blow up of whatever. Have that be minifig scale, and I think that would be really cool. So yeah. Hey Greg, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. We are on bag 9 of Soundwave and moving right along. So yeah, we already talked about the disappointment star, but we can talk about it again later. The One Piece sets look kind of cool. I actually saw the boat, because I got Soundwave that day and stuff like that. And I saw the boat, and I thought that looked pretty cool. I've never actually watched One Piece, just not something I've watched, but I know enough of it that like I was like, that could be kind of cool. All right, we got words. Let's read the words. I gotta get out of the reflection. The model's conversion is directly inspired by the engineering of the original toy. We added some additional steps and functions like the collapsing shin panels when adapting the design to Lego form. Okay, that's cool. Makes sense. Totally makes sense. And that's what you would want to do. Adjust it to make it work for Lego better. So, my favorite Transformer is very easy. Everyone that has been on the channel when I've done a Transformers stream should know what it is. Ben I know knows. But it is... He has two names. It's Jetfire or Skyfire. Just depends on how he was packaged and stuff. Oop, not quite. There we go. Oh yeah, looks good. So yeah. Hey Michelle, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope work is going well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking both micro and minifig. Now I can put this on and it'll be the proper one this time. I think micro scale for doing a large, like the whole terminal, and then minifig scale for one or two, blow up things, like cutaways or whatever, or like yeah. So I think that would be cool. I think that would work really good. Yeah, I like when they do the little facts and things. And for Transformers, you have to do that. Like, I mean, you don't have to, but like, why wouldn't you, I guess is the question. And this is actually interesting, too. I know he's not a UCS set. I can't remember if Optimus and Bumblebee have it the same, but they actually have the sticker here that you put on for the plaque for him. And, like, I can't remember if... Yeah, I guess Optimus and Bumblebee did have the same thing. But I've liked that they've done the actual plaques. So it's pretty cool. So Make a big Death Star, but make it micro scale and still pick it with detail. Well, I think that's what a lot of people were expecting. I think a lot of people were anticipating they would do a full Death Star, and not only that, but they would make it so, like, I keep likening it to like doing the Batman shadow box. Make a full Death Star, open it up, and then you have stuff inside. You can still add minifigures. You could have it as, you know, micro, or like do some parts of it be like more minifig scale. You know, you could do all kinds of things with that. All this is a disappointment, I think, in a lot of ways. Only Lego Transformers I have as well. Oh, okay, yeah. So it worked. Well, that's what I've likened this to also, because someone in our forum mentioned that, because I said, why didn't they just, since this is essentially, this is a diorama. This is a diorama. Here, I'm going to put it back up. I will put it back up. Hold on. There we go. There's the Death Star. Just kidding. It does look like this, though. I swear it does. It's a bunch of dioramas. That is not a UCS set. It really is not. If they wanted to do that, they should have done it like Hogwarts. They've already done like the throne room. They've done the trash compactor. They've done the gun turret. They've done part of the trench run already. I mean, like, they've done dioramas already. Why didn't they just say, hey, take your existing dioramas or re-release them so people can buy them and just add to it and make a thing, you know, make it. But like this is not a UCS set at all. At all. That's my biggest gripe with it. Cool as a diorama. I think it's a cool diorama. It is not a UCS set. That's my biggest gripe. And especially for being the first $1,000 set. Nah, it's an egg. It's a bad egg. Favorite GoBot? My favorite GoBot. I'm trying to remember the ones that I had. Psykill. I love Psykill. He was a cool way to transform. And what he reminded me of is Macross, just like Jetfire. He reminded me of Macross because of the way he transformed, putting both wheels in the back here and stuff like that. Macross had people that rode motorcycles, and they could wear them as suits, and that's how they transformed. With the wheels on the back and everything like that. So Psykill was my favorite. I don't remember any of the other ones really, aside from Leader 1. But I do remember Psykill. Yeah. And you're right, Lego Man. Hogwarts Castle does this already, and they've done it successfully, where you buy all the components, the parts of the grounds, those different things, and you can make your castle. You can combine them together. You'll have to alter some things, I think. But, like, you can make your castle be how you want it to be with all the different things, and it works, you know? So that's, yeah. That's what they did. They made a Star Wars version of Hogwarts. Bad idea. Bad idea. Right. So anyway, Vab, I think you're looking at that form. There's not that much in there yet because there's still preliminary stuff. We're waiting to hear back from them about things. But yeah, the opportunity to build for the international airport and have it on display and to show off some things for I guess it would be dignitaries, you know, like local dignitaries and stuff, and probably state people that would come in, you know, as like, you know, hey, here comes the new airport, we've helped with funding, blah, 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 and yeah, the opportunities are going to be, and it's coming along fast, so I got to build, so that's what's going to happen next. We're going to start the, Concorde next week, just released, but with yes, that's exactly it. With panels that are removable, I agree. That's what a lot of people were saying initially, and now some people are like, it can work. This can work as it is, and I'm like, no. Like M&R, I had just mentioned M&R, like I watch him occasionally. Not the hugest fan of his, his stuff, but he's all Star Wars, so I wanted to see what his opinion was. And his opinion I was surprised at, because he was like, I kind of like it. And I'm like thinking, like, not as a UCS set. Like, I thought that would be his big sticking point, is it's not a UCS set. And, you know, so, yeah, I'm a little surprised at his reaction. Because, like, you know, I'm fine with it as a diorama. It is not a UCS set. Not at all. Okay, so that goes there again. All right. The Black Pearl is potentially good. I agree. I'm not getting it because I have the original. I do need some of the figures, but, you know, I'm fine. But it's exciting for people that have not had a chance to have it yet, so that's cool. I'm glad they're doing it. They needed to do it. The Enterprise, that one's an interesting one, because I kind of want to get it just to get it. Not even build it, but just to get it and hold on to it, because it is going to be the first Star Trek set. And there will be others, I'm sure. But I think a lot of people are going to do the same thing. I think a lot of people are going to get it just to get it and hold on to it. So, a Duck Bricks guy? What's Duck Bricks? Hold on, I need a drink. Been talking too much about that. The Black Pearl should be good. That one's hard to get wrong. And the Enterprise looks like a great, like it's going to be a good thing. And I'm not a big Star Trek person, but it does look plenty good. At least from what we've seen so far. So. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I haven't watched them. I used to watch a number of YouTubers, and that's what made me decide, you know what, I'm going to get into this. I just don't have time to do it now. I mean, I'm trying to keep busy with building stuff. Oh, this is more big news. So we got our lug bulk stuff in. For those that don't know, something as if you're part of a lug, you get, it's just a nice little feature you get as being part of a lug a lot of times. And that means all my Ewok stuff is, all my Endor tree parts and stuff are in. I'm going to need more, but it's a good starting point, and I'm excited to get started with that. So that'll be coming down the pipe soon too. That doesn't mean Hoth goes away, it's just Hoth goes on the back burner. We're still going to be adjusting it, but there is Endor coming down the line. So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and the Goonies. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory I think is cool. Definitely cool. Goonies, the Goonies was an 80s contest thing, and the entry, and like what happens with a lot of the entries, looked, I'm going to get rid of this abomination again, sorry. Can't look at it anymore. The Goonies one looked, I'm not a big Goonies fan, I've only seen it a couple times. I know the Goonies, I'm fine with them, blah, blah, blah. And the original looked really cool. Lego will not do that set justice the way people are, you know, probably going to expect. So, yeah. I'm anticipating that is going to be a disappointment for a lot of people. People will still buy it. But I think it's going to be a disappointment for a lot of people. So, the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I kind of knew was coming along the pipe, but it still kind of surprised me. So that's kind of cool. I'm glad they're doing something different. And the only reason I would get it is so I can have Oompa Loompas. That is the only reason. But I may just get the characters and be done with it, because I don't need the set. So. No, the Goonies set did not leak, but it is coming out soon, and I think there will be disappointment. That's all I was saying. So, yeah, Scooby-Doo sets. I think that I think Scooby-Doo has sailed, because that was a while ago. And I know people are still fans, but I don't think there's a lot of demand for that. I haven't heard anyone clamoring for it, at least, or seen people be like, "Hey, what about Scooby-Doo?" People still buy and go and spend lots of money for the originals that came out already. Yeah, I don't know. That one's interesting. Ooh, no. Did I forget that on this? On his leg? No, I think I have everything. I'm just double checking. Nope, it's there. Okay. I was just making sure, because I saw I had another red little thing, and I just put that in there, and I'm like, oh no, did I forget that? But I did not. It was there. I was just double checking. Didn't want to be like, oh, it'd be like, oh crap, I forgot something. So. Oh, you want brick heads for that? That would be cool. I don't think they haven't done that, have they? They didn't do that for Scooby-Doo, I don't think. That would be kind of cool. I've been liking, my wife's actually been liking brick heads because they're simple, you know what I mean? And she can do them rather quickly. Doesn't take a lot of time. Me, I like big sets, obviously, but for her, she's like, I want to be done with it and go on to something else, which totally fine. Everybody does things their own way, so. All right, just a repeat of what we did the last 2 bags, and then we got 2 more, I think, and we're done. And it is just hitting 9 o'clock, so that's cool. Lego, Lego Samurai Jack would be cool. I would be all over that. And they but they sort of did it with One Piece. So like, and again, I'm not a One Piece fan. I haven't watched it. I know enough about it, but like, pick that up. I mean, they got 4 sets. The characters look cool. So yeah, definitely go for that. So. Lego Gravity Falls. Yeah, it's just not. And I don't know enough about Gravity Falls either to know whether there's any specific Lego reasons or not that it keeps failing. Alright, we gotta do this thing again. Gotta make sure it is aligned properly. Sideways. It goes on this side. Go. Push it through. There we go. All right. There we go. Had to make sure it was all the way through. All right. So, all right. No Power Rangers. See, they already did Voltron. Power Rangers doesn't make sense, especially since Voltron is before Power Rangers. And yeah, that would just, I don't know. I think you would get people upset. I mean, like, I know there's Power Rangers fans and stuff, but I think you would get people upset being like, you already did Voltron, and now you're trying to basically repeat. Now, again, Black Pearl's coming out, so, but I think that's a little bit different still. But maybe, I mean, there might be enough people that are like, yes, do it, and it would work, so. I don't know. I would not be happy about that though. I would be just like, what, fake Voltron? What do you doing? What am I doing? Oh, I gotta put this in sideways. This goes in here in this weird sort of way. Oop. Oh, you gotta make sure those stay open. There we go. So this is his shin. And it closes and opens. Yeah, but it's a little bit wobbly. Now it'll get better as we put the stuff together. So, and close it up. So, this way, definitely don't want to put this backwards. Okay. All right, let's close her up. So, one set of the Mystery Shack. Huh, alright, that makes... I mean, that would be good. See, you should do an ideas project for that, then. And just, like, you know, be like, hey, nice and simple, so... Lego PlayStation 1 console. See, I don't know if that's going to happen. Simply because you have the partnership with... I mean, you had it with Atari, sure, a little bit, but you had it with Nintendo. I don't think that's going to... I don't think they're going to cross like that. Just not the way Nintendo and Sony work. Yeah. So, more gaming consoles. Well, we have the Atari, too. So we have the NES, we have the Game Boy, which I cannot wait for the Game Boy. That's another good one that's going to come out, and even though it's going to be a little bit expensive for the piece count, it's still going to be cool. The screen looks really cool because they made it a cool translucent-y to make it look like it's an LCD screen. So that's cool. It's got a couple cartridges with it, and I know people are going to make it work. Like, people are going to put Raspberry Pis in it or whatever and, like, make it actually play Game Boy games, which would be really cool. I would be all for that. So, yeah. Oh, Vehicle Voltron. See, Vehicle Voltron would be pretty cool. I never got into Vehicle Voltron. I was more into the classic Voltron. Though I will tell anybody, you know, hey, if you haven't seen Legendary Defender, go find it. You know, find a place you can download it or buy it or whatever. It was so good. So well done. But, yeah. I still think classic Voltron is the best. Everyone has, you know, some people like Vehicle better, so. Making Lego Mystery Shacks. Well, right. If they don't see demand for it, though, I think that's one of the criteria they go for, which is tough because, like, you could have the best idea, or Icon's idea, whatever, and but the other thing too is that was an existing IP. They've done it before, so a lot of times they don't go for those because they've already done it. Which, again, funny because, like, they're coming out with the Black Pearl again, but that's still slightly different, I guess, in their mind. And they know there's been demand for it, but, like, there's not as much for, you know, like, Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. Unless you start, you know, people just start posting like mad and be like, hey, when are we getting another Scooby-Doo, you know, blah, blah, blah. We are almost done with this leg, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, champions of truth, justice, and the American way. See, this side doesn't have the little thing that pokes out. So we can just put a flat piece right there. But it's going to have other stuff back here. Because, again, tape deck. How many of you actually know what a tape deck is? Some of you are going to definitely be too young for it. You may have seen it on something, but you're definitely too young to have actually interacted with one, which is okay. Oh, nope. Just saw that. I gotta pull these back. I gotta put these double cheese slopes in first. So I think that's a good question, though. Like, who actually has had interacted with? I mean, I have. I used to love making recordings. They weren't anything special, but I used to love doing it. So, but yeah, and they weren't anything amazing. But yeah, Lego Final Fantasy would be interesting. I would be for that. That would be kind of a neat thing. But then you'd have to ask yourself, where are they going to start? Because there's so many to go from. All right, let's. Yep, this is correct. And that thing. See, it's bending right there, so it's hard to put it together. Yeah. That is a goofy way to have this all go together. It really is. Not a fan of that. There we go. I had to squeeze it in just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, keep everything together there. And the same thing that we just did before. We're gonna, where are we at? We're here. Here. And this has to go up. Does it go that way? No, it goes this way. Sorry. Did that wrong. And then this comes up. There we go. Perfect. And we put this leg on here. Oh, they already have him going down. His leg going down. So there we go. All right. We got words. We got two sets. Nope, just one. When Soundwave first appears in the Transformers pilot episode More Than Meets the Eye, Part 1, he is present on Cybertron and takes on the form of a futuristic lamppost to spy on the Autobots. I completely forgot about that. I mean, I know they all do it differently on Cybertron. Like, they're not... Let's get this up higher. And there's Soundwave without a head. Da, 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 da. He does look really cool. He really does. He looks like Soundwave. Now we got to put, there's obviously things that go in here. And that's what we're probably going to do next. 11 is very small bag. And I found this to be kind of unique too. Is 11, some of the bags are just small bags. So kind of interesting. Like the A-frame cow. Oh, yeah. I have to say, Lumi Bricks, which used to be Fun Haul, now they're branded as Lumi Bricks. They have a really cool one I want to get. It's a cabin with a waterfall behind it that moves, and of course all lit up. I really want that one. I think that would be fantastic, and that's something Lego needs to do more of. And I think they know that, but they're doing lots of other stuff too. So like they got. Lego has their eggs in a lot of baskets, so. But like, yeah, the Lumi Bricks one looks so good. I really want that. Yeah, like how we got Zelda. Yeah, there will be more Zelda sets. I am for those, but I could not. The Deco Tree that was not a good first set. Yeah, I was not a fan. So. Yeah. would not be down for the cinema, but it would be, and that's perfectly fine. You're gonna have way more people at the October one than the September one. The fact that everything is coming together as quickly as it is just, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just, it is what it is. So, ooh, we put another one there, and then a 2x. Make sure I put that the right way. Yep. So these are gonna, I believe these are gonna cover over here. Trying to guess as I build. Oops. Yeah, it's still an amazing opportunity, and definitely a great opportunity to show some of your rockets. I mean, like, you don't have to bring them all, obviously, but good opportunity to do that. So I think the last part will be like the back here in Soundwave's head, and then we are done with Soundwave. That'll be cool. And we can transform him. We'll go by the instructions, see what they say. Or should I try to figure it out myself? What do you guys think? Should I try to figure out Soundwave's transformation myself first, or should I just follow the instructions? It's up to you guys. What do you think? Like a Mass Effect? Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's a game I've never played, actually. Seen plenty of people play it, but just never had the time or the system to do it. Oh, this is cool how it goes in here. So we have these three things here, and we're just bloop, popping it in there, and then we pop these two things in. We're probably gonna have to do this twice because this is his foot. But this is how the stuff moves. Oh yeah, that does make sense that it'll go in there. So I'm going to do this twice, so I'll have to go back and redo it. It's alright though. Flip it over, put a little blue. And they got blues on either side there, so yeah. Oh, they're doing, so that's how they're doing the tires now. So this actually just pops on the tires to keep them from slipping. That's cool. That's not, they always used Technic before, but like Technic pieces, but his feet aren't thick enough to do that. So, oh wait, no, this will have to be different because the feet are, oh, that snapped in there so good. All right. The feet go different ways. So like, yeah, you would not do this 2 times. You're going to have to do it opposite. That is a cool way to put the tires on. I like that. All right, same thing. Other side, 2 times. Do, 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 do. So, yeah. So that's been the last couple days, you know. Said some Winter Village stuff. Enterprise is coming. Big Santa Fig. Like I said, I'll be starting the. I think I'll be fine waiting to start because it's, you know, it's sort of middle of September. But again, we're waiting for details and stuff. But next week I'll start the Concorde and we'll just see how quickly I can build it. And I'll probably do some non-streams. I mean, like I'll stream, but like I'll be building the Concorde outside my normal streaming hours just because, you know, it needs to get done. So, Lego Red Dead Redemption. See, that would be kind of cool. That could potentially bring back the whole idea of Western and, you know, good horses and things like that. That would have potential. But again, that is all IP that costs money. So those kind of things, cool as a concept, but, you know, Lego already has its hand in, and not like they couldn't get in more. But, and they are pretty IP happy, but, you can only go so far and do so much, so. Aw, well, hopefully, well, you know what? Speed Champions are Lego. Why don't you make your own, or use that as kind of a template and make your own version of it out of Lego if you have the pieces. If you don't, I understand. That's, you know, it's not easy. Alright, we got a foot, another foot. This has to snap in there, so we're gonna... Did it snap both? Yeah. I guess it did. Seems that way. Yep. Alright, we got both snapped. So there we go. Soundwave is there. Oh, so they want me to open this up, and this goes back here. And then his foot folds all the way down. Oh, okay, and that comes out. Oh, that's cool. All right, that is really slick. That is a cool way to do that. Oh yeah. Okay. I have to say, kind of liking him a little bit better than Optimus. I mean, Optimus was the first. They got, you know, kinks worked out. They did Bumblebee, realized that was a bad idea, and so yeah. So now we're doing Soundwave and doing a really good job of it. So. Oh, you like my shirt? Thanks. Yeah, it says, let's get building. That's my little phrase that I do. So there's a link actually in the YouTube description that goes to my Redbubble. We don't make any money off of it, but if you want a shirt, there's a couple different, they have a bunch of different types of shirts. We're going to lower this a little bit. A couple different types of shirts, and, oh, there's the plaque. So different styles of shirts, different sayings. Let's get building is one of them. The other one says eat, sleep, build, repeat. The other one is just a big version of me. So thank you. Yeah, it's fun. There you go. Some of the Lego that you have, not Speed Champions, but sell some of the other Lego, and then you have what? That's for the cannon. And then you have the money to buy the thing you're talking about. I have seen a number of people that have like made and are selling, you know, things for getting like Speed Champions up on the walls and stuff like that. Some of the bigger cars and things. So it is a business. Definitely is. Everyone cashes in their own way. So let's get these barrels out of the way. That is a lot of barrels for the cannon. Look at that. We got what? 7? Yep, 7 barrels. So, why you're not in LAN? I don't know. Do you like everything Lego produces? And I know people say that's not what LAN is. The LAN members don't, you know, like everything, but that's not true. They are restricted from being able to say certain things or whatever. They have to, even if they don't like something, like of course Lego is like, you can't like everything, but they have to give it a positive spin, so to speak, or find something to like about it, whatever. If you don't like everything that's Lego, then they won't let you in anyway. I would never join the LAN. I mean, like, free sets are all good and stuff, and I find it funny that like LAN people are all like, "Oh, thank you." It's like if you're given free stuff, like I buy stuff that I want to buy. Like if you're just given free stuff, how are you gonna be able to have an honest opinion about it? You know. The Constructicons? Nah, next one's gonna be Megatron in some way. Some way they're gonna do Megatron. Okay, this is the back. This is gonna go back here. Holy crap! I gotta do 5. 1, 2. This is kind of funny. This is where his head goes. But it's like this is the battery case for the cassette player, so like you could carry it with you. It's just funny that this like they're doing this. They could have saved pieces, but it's also kind of cool. Ooh, silver for the mouth of Soundwave. So isn't where you just that stinks. No, I would say if it just stopped working, delete the source and re-add it and see if that fixes it. I've had the same problem with my microphone before, and sometimes I just remove it, or sometimes just a reboot. I had that with my other microphone, my headset that I use for gaming, and like it just was not being picked up, even though it was like, hey, I'm connected, and it just would not work. And then I just rebooted, and it was all happy. So. You know, try those things first before you're like, just go get a new one. We got computer advice here for everybody. All right, so let's go back here. These go here. Okay, and that's where his head goes. Look at that. That fits perfect. So good. And then you're gonna open this to drop his head back in there. So far, so good. He's a little wobbly, but he's a robot. Of course he is. Alright. Let's build a head. You guys feel like building a head? Let's build a head. Let's get ahead. Let's get ahead of the game. It's kind of cool, too, because we're going to have this in here, which means it's going to go in here. And his whole head is going to be able to move around. So that's cool. I like when they do that. Oh, you like... Oh, thanks. We decided... my lug actually has used Redbubble. And they continue to use Redbubble, which is fine. But they... but, you know, so that's where we started. I mean, we may go somewhere else because some of the other ones have, like, more... on-demand printing and stuff like that, but as of right now, you know, that's what we're gonna stick with. So, but yeah, like I said, we don't make money on it. I mean, like we could, but like that's not what it's about. Just like, hey, if you want a cool shirt, go for it. What am I looking for? A dark gray arm, which means it's probably hiding under something. There's only one of them. Or it's still in one of the bags. I have yet to have the missing. It should be over here with the small one, so let me check these smaller bags real quick. Oh, sorry, Pixie. Almost sat on my cat. No, not in there. That's 11. I am not. And sometimes I go. I mean, it's not a blue. We don't have blue anyway. And this one goes somewhere else. This is interesting. It's a dark gray. It's a dark gray piece. Ah, it made a ding, so give it a shot. Hope for the best. Assume the worst, but hope for the best. Is it under there? No. Where, as Luke would say, where could it be? Well, I cannot continue if I cannot find it. I don't think it's in the bags. There it is. It was hiding underneath another Technic piece. I knew I had it. Just had to find what it was hiding under. Still, perfect record for pieces. Or piece count or whatever you want to say. No, I want to straighten that out first. Come on. There we go. Well, that didn't work. I went too far the other way. Went the other way. Went the other way. Just does not want to go straight. There we go. There, okay. Alright, now that that took an inordinate amount of time, let's continue ourselves through this build. Because now we got a head to do, and a cannon to do, and then we are done. So let us continue and finish this up. It's always interesting too whenever you build these heads, like the stuff that goes into making it is kind of unique and different each time. So I gotta do 2 of these. Make his little. They're not ears, but they kind of make them look like they're ears. We'll play a little Soundwave. He's coming. He's coming. I'm getting a little head. What are we at? 9:30, so definitely finishing this up. I was thinking it would be closer to 10. I mean, it will be a little bit closer to 10, but like I'm really not going to have room to start the oh, that's a cool way to do his little above his head thing. That's neat. Get in the hole. New Technic is crap sometimes whenever it's so stiff. I got this all discombobulated. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. It makes his head look, that's his little head thing. That looks really neat. All right. One on each side. Classic Soundwave look with the glowing red eyes. And so now we take and we put together this. We have two of these little grippy things. These are very useful, these little tiny grips. Ah, look at that. He looks so much like himself. So we got that. Now we've got, what else we got? Again, hard to see. Oh, we got his, I guess these come up the side too for his mouth. Forgot those are like that. And on either side we put cheese slopes, and then his head is done. Looks really cool. The Nike sets, not a fan. I think they're bad. I think they're only going to appeal to so many people, and like, I don't know. I don't find any attractiveness to them just as Lego. Like, not even being a fan of Nike or whatever. Like, I just think, I don't know. I think they're not good. Seems really high. Aha, that's what I thought was going to happen. So this goes forward. So you have to open this, move it forward, and then his head is down. And there we go. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. Ah, you don't have your blaster cannon. You can't do that yet. There we go. That's better. All right, let's do a pulse cannon or whatever it is that he has. All right. See, this is weird. You take three plates and put them together. Just goofy. Let's expand the piece count. They definitely did a good job with the sound brick. I'm very happy about that. Oh, and what did you guys think? Should I try to transform him on my own, or should I just use the instructions and do that? How's our poll? What does everyone say? Only one person said yes, that the Death Star was a day one. That's funny. I want to know who it was. No, I don't want to call you out. So, and that's perfectly fine if it's a day one. Totally fine if it's a day one for you. There we go. Cannon. Transform it yourself. All right, I will do that. I will give it a... Johnny doesn't think the Nike sets are good. I mean, that's just my opinion. Everyone's got one. Ooh, and this is cool where we do the wheel. Yeah, I do not think the Nike sets look good. That's just me. They definitely were not made for me. You know what I mean? Let's see which way they have it. Doesn't really matter. I want the holes to go the same way. I'm kind of goofy that way. And then this goes here. Okay, and then the cannon goes right on there. All right, and now we got to do his laser blaster thingy. So, all right, I will transform it myself. That is the consensus from one person, and that's all we need. We'll see how good I can do it. I will say this about Soundwave. He's got quite the weaponry with both a cannon and you know, he has a shoulder cannon, and he also has this thing. There we go. Is it go? All right. I'm gonna make sure it goes through the middle, not the top. Okay, good. It goes there, and then this one goes in the middle as well. Yep. Just making sure. Oh well, after we get Soundwave done, then we got to do the plaque too. So. It's kind of funny whenever you realize things like that, you know? It's like, oh, wait a minute, I do have a lot of stuff. I'm really starting to realize that myself, so stay tuned at some point. I will be starting to sell some Lego at some point. I'll let you guys know, though, for sure. This is his little missile thing, too. Is enough for a majority. Well, in this case, yeah. I mean, like, you know, all you need is one, really. And if no one else votes, then, right? As far as weapons go, I mean, like, Soundwave is stocked. Probably because he's really kind of a wuss. I mean, like, he stays in the back and does, you know, lets everything else do the work for him. Kind of like Megatron. Megatron does not get involved too much. He lets all his lackeys do everything, and then he comes in at the end. Alright, and this goes in his hand. Oops. And I just took off his hand. That's kind of interesting. His hand is very weak right there. Let's bend his arms down. There we go. Alright. It's interesting, I have these yellow pieces. I haven't used them for anything, so not sure what they are used for. Unless I missed something. This is supervised. Yes, he is. Yes, he. Oh, oh, oh. Don't get excited. Don't get excited. What if we're gonna do like little energon things here? Let's put Soundwave's plaque on. Plaque on. This is so big that I'm gonna do it myself. That came on really nicely. So what do I do with... Oh, you can use your phone. I didn't realize that. You can use your phone to... Or that's just to get the transformation, or... I'm not sure. Now I need to go back and see what I need to do with these yellow things. I did not see them used at all. We're not done yet, boys and girls. Alright, that. Yeah, I got these three yellow pieces. And I did not see them go on anything. I'm just looking up in the pieces to see. Aha! How did I miss? Wait. Oh, okay. I'm done. I'm done. Where's my timer? I'm done. So you can change. See, right now, Soundwave's eyes are red, but you can use these and change them to be yellow. depending what you wanted him to be. So that is cool. Okay. All right. So this is so you can put the little tape thing here. There you go. He sits there. All right. So we've got Ravage, we've got Laserbeak, we've got the mini tape with the tapes, and we've got these two pieces. The rest of them are extra. So he is pretty cool. I have to admit, he is pretty cool. All right. So I am going to do it without looking at the instructions. Let's take the cannon off, and let's take this cannon off. I assume this can stay here, because that's the thing that holds the cannon. Alright, so first things first, guarantee you his feet are going to go up in there, and this is going to close. Feet are going to go up in there. That is actually a really cool thing. Alright, and I know, and again, I did not have Soundwave myself. I'm guessing this is going to go up. This is going to have to open. That's going to have to open. Does that turn? Aha, it does turn. Okay, so we turned his legs. And this should fold up. Okay. So there's that. Now let's see how this goes in the back. We're going to open this up and put his head away. Bye-bye. Gotta get it straight down in there. There we go. I guess like that? No. That came up. Oh! Shout out to Malaya, my awesome niece. She's apparently watching, so hey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Shout out to Malaya, and shout out to, they might be already asleep, but shout out to my other niece and nephew, Freddie and Ellie. Alright, so, Does that lock in? It does not lock in. Okay, so that just sits there. Alright. So this looks really weird. I'm not sure how his head is supposed to go, unless it just goes in. See, that's weird. I think that's supposed to be. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's turn him around. There we go. That makes more sense. There we go. Okay, that works. And now this. Not sure how the arms are supposed to go. Because I know the legs come up here like this. Okay? These arms somehow lock in. Oh, wait, I see. So that locks in. And that locks in. Okay, so those are locked in now. So these parts of the shoulders are now locked into the legs. They have a little thing to do. So this. Let's see. I mean, like. Like that? Maybe? This goes... oh, wait. You know what? Let's try this. I can't rotate that all the way around, but that goes kind of in the way. Alright, so... Arms here. I feel like oh, these go up here. This goes up here. I was like, doesn't that get covered? But yeah, it does. So these cover there. So now that's, that's better. Okay. So he's here. So where do your arms go, dude? Your arms are kind of goofy. I guess they can go in like that. Like, and I see a little thing here, a little grip. I don't understand why that's there. Why is it? Does that hold on to one of these? Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay. Go over top? I have no idea. He's a boombox. He is definitely a boombox. You can see his speakers over here. Yeah, he's definitely boombox. But this is his battery. That's his battery thing. So that's where the head goes. But that's his battery thing. I think the arms just kind of hang out here. I can't think of what else they would do or how they would. I think they're just chilling. I can't think of anything else. Any way that they can really, like, his arms are articulate to a point, and like, but they're not really folding into anything. Oh, and I can fold his hand. Whoop. His hands are his fingers are very delicate. That one here. Give me your hand back. That was his thumb falling off. I can rotate the hands in. Is that all they do? Like that? Okay, I guess he said yes. Okay, so let's see. So I have it together. Let me look at I guess he could have his cannon back on there. Boombox with the cannon. All right. Yeah. Let's see if I did that right. So we're going to go through the instructions. You guys will go with me. Sorry. Let's do this. All right. So, took those off, got his feet in there, closed it up. Oh wait, here we go with the hands. Oh yeah, his hands just chill back there. So that's all he does. His hands are just gonna chill, which is fine. I mean, like, you know, nothing is going to be perfect. Let's see, do they grip onto anything? It doesn't look like it. They just kind of hang out there. So you just flip them up, and that's where they stay. So I did. I transformed him correctly. So there we go. So then his legs go up. They fold up. And there's the latch on. The little what they have here that you latch on when you close it. It latches on to the back of the legs here. Those fold up, the head turns around, folds in. Oh, okay. So they're like if you want to store the things, you can put the cannon here so it's out of the way. That's cool. And then you can put this out of the way too. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, okay. I was wondering what this was for. So you can take off the missile thing, clip it, and then this. Okay, that's why this little hole thing is here. You take this and put that there. So everything, this is different too. This is the first Transformer where everything is stored on him as the thing. There he goes. There he is. That is Soundwave. Oh, and that's how to take it apart so you can get to the sound brick and do whatever you need to. That was, I have to say, I am tickled with this. He is pretty epic. I wanted to see one thing. Yep. I wanted to make sure that I had the R and the L in the right spot. It's opposite to us, but it is correct. So there we go. So yeah, that is awesome. He is, I have to say, I love Optimus Prime. He is without a doubt the best one so far. He is without a doubt the best one. And both tapes transform so amazingly well. They did kudos to their designers for figuring it all out, of course. But like everything, wait, I gotta remember. There we go. Everything is done so well with this. Transforming wise, the build is unique. And like Ravage is a little bit weird as far as like the tape form goes, but I mean like that's just how he is. So they did a fantastic job. They really did. I think he goes in this way. Nope. Gotta make sure you go in the right way. That is so good. It's so good. I'm like I said, I'm so impressed. Oh, he was returning. I wanted him to say Laserbeaky Jack to open it. So I did. I transformed him correctly. I just wasn't sure that what else to do with the guns and everything. It's so good. Yeah. He does. He makes a perfect boombox. He is a fantastic set. There weren't that many stickers, and the stickers that it put on were like pretty large. I unfortunately screwed that one up. I'm going to see if I can put something on there to help keep it down. It is so great. Have the same source in. Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to. I had to do that whenever I kind of started over with things. I was like, I want to do this right, clean, and just kind of start everything, from scratch, So I totally get that. Everyone, this is Soundwave. He is fantastic. If you are a Transformers fan and enjoy Lego, you need to get him. He is now my favorite Transformer out of the three. I love Optimus. This is still better. Just the way things hide away, come through. He's good. Optimus is right behind him. He's not that far away. Bumblebee, distant third. And I'm sure he's going to get more distant as other ones come out. But yeah, he's incredibly good. So next week we start the Concorde. So tune in for that. Ben's already done it, and it's a fantastic thing. I'm going to see how long it takes me to build it. There will be multiple build sessions simply because I need to get it done for early September or middle of September. But yeah, we're going to do that. So until next time, as always, may the brick be with you. Keep on building. We will see you next time.